This is Slavic.
And this is Genesee.
And you are watching
Hollywood Junket.
The Hollywood Junket.
Hollywood Junket.
The Hollywood Junket.
Just wrapped up the top 6, now down to the top 4. I can't believe it.
4. Can you believe what happened?
It was very shocking.
Shocked. I mean, I'm sad and shocked at the same time, but it was a great show. Right?
I would say so too. I think everyone thought that Darius was going to stay for sure, and JJ, but that did not happen.
Yes, and when I heard Slavic's name the second time for the top 4, I was completely shocked. But then we have to remember this is from last week's vote too as well, right?
Definitely, definitely. So now we'll see what happens for the finale. I'm really excited to see how they perform and what the result will be. Who will be America's favorite dancer?
We'll see. First question for you today is, as soon as they start performing, what is the first thing you look for from the performance on stage?
I guess their performance. It's not just about technique, it's about performance, because America isn't choosing the best dancers, they're choosing their favorite dancers, which means that the dancers have got to connect with the public, and that's really important.
Yeah, and speaking about connection, now some of the dancers, I feel like they might be giving their all, right, but it doesn't translate to us as the audience members. What do you think they're lacking in that situation?
Well, it isn't that they're lacking anything. I mean, they're brilliant. You know, I've said tonight, Darius for me was my favorite dancer.
Oh my gosh.
Not that he's the best or the, outright best. I just love watching him dance. I love watching Jensen. But Darius, for me, has got a certain vulnerability, which I think is wonderful.
Right. Now, the vote, of course, is shocking to everyone. Do you wish the judges had the final vote tonight?
No, not really. I think at the end of the day, it's about America's vote, and at some point, you're going to have to let America, you're going to have to hear what America's saying. And it was shocking, I think, not to see boy, girl, boy, girl.
Yes, for sure.
But that's what they voted for.
Yes, and why do you feel like Genesee, was that final top 4?
I think, well, number one, she's a great dancer.
For sure.
But number two, I think the relationship that she and Slavic managed helped them both get into the top 4.
I agree. Thank you so much, Nigel, and you're here with Hollywood Junket.
Thank you. Thanks, Hollywood Junket.
It's a good dance move for representing tonight.
What?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not usually very surprised very often, but I was really put in a state of shock tonight.
What was it about tonight that really shocked you?
I mean, when you have someone like JJ that has never fallen down into the bottom, you kind of feel like, well, you've got a barometer on how America's feeling and which way they're going to vote, and that just wasn't the case. So it had to shock him, because I would be shocked if I'd never fallen down into the bottom. And, Darius has fallen down in the bottom, so I still think that last week he had such a strong week. Tonight he certainly blew all our minds in that number with Travis Wall. He had a spectacular night, so I don't know what happened just now.
I always feel like it's this episode where there's a shock, but I feel like it was kind of a double shock, because everyone was maybe thinking it would be JJ in there, and then that didn't happen.
I know, it was just crazy to me. Craziest night I can remember, and so you can dance history.
Did the judges say anything to each other backstage? Did you guys kind of
we were all whisked off in different directions, and I was still kind of walking around. I said, I think there's something going to happen. I think something's going to happen. I just really, truly thought something was going on, and somebody was going to make an announcement at the last second that wasn't the case, and
Steve Harvey moment.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, wow.
He's going to call everyone back to the stage.
Right.
Guys, we had an error. I mean, she fell down tonight, so
the vote is, isn't it? So a lot of people got off their couches this time and made a huge difference in two dancers' life. And congratulations to Slavic and Genesee for going through. They both had memorable moments. This night was not their best night, but we have to go back and look at what got them here.
Do you feel like you kind of wish maybe the judges had the last say for that final person?
Well, yeah. Well, of course, we always want to say. But there's also a certain amount of release and turning it over to America, because this show is for them, and it's America's favorite dancer. It's not mine, you know. And not that I love all of those kids that fought it out tonight in that top 6, and I know they all love each other, and you know, it's really a heck of a thing that they all have to go through to produce all the art that they did tonight. I still don't even know how Slavic latches on to even choreography, let alone how to do anything halfway good, because I don't know a lot of people that could do what he did, to be honest with you.
And now it's the final 2 weeks, and I feel like this is always the most hectic because they have so many dances that they have to learn in such a short amount of time. What would you say is the most challenging part for them, or do you have any advice going into it?
Well, I wish they had at least 2 days. Unfortunately, it's going to be, like you said, even more dances, and of course every choreographer wants to have lifts and wants to have this and wants to have that, and you know, it's just incredibly tough on them, and you know, they're going to do it, they're going to get through it, and we're going to be wowed by it, but it's not going to be easy, and you know, I know.
Fingers crossed. And then everyone gets to go on tour, which is so nice.
Oh, how about that? How much fun!
Lauren Froderman.
Have such a blast with that, and it's just great that the 10 will be back together, and of course the 10 will be back together next week. So we look forward to that number too as well. Wow,
Awesome!
Can't wait.
Yes, can't wait. Awesome. Well, thank you, Mary, so much for chatting with us. Always a joy to see you. Thanks.